Please ask the other students to join, ma. Since 40 minutes, 10 minutes I'm waiting. 2 more minutes I will wait and ask the students to join. Yeah. So today we'll be learning about the all the lab practicals. Since we have been covered lot of units, so only last unit left out. That will be few topics. So few students has requested me to explain some of the practical part. So whatever the things we learned today, we'll be practicing one more time with some sample exercises. So seeing this, you can remember and also you can write the answers for it, so that it will be like good practice for us. One by one, we'll be seeing, and if you want, I will share the link also. This one after this session. And if you have any doubt, the recording is also available. You can just go through that. So today's topic is like all the top programs, practical programs, whatever we have been taught in the all the 5 units. So 4 units has been already covered, and most of the problems also have been shared with you. And also, I told you to write the record work also. So maybe I may ask by this end of this month to submit the records in the Google Classroom. So keep it ready, all the programs. Now whatever the programs you have seen, now we will be having little bit brain exercises regarding the one by one. So we start with our exercises. So we have been thought about something called the concept about the HTML attributes. So what is this HTML attributes? Attributes is like characteristics of that particular element. So we have been come across something called H1 heading tags, paragraph tags, anchor tags, body tag, HTML tag, title tag. Like this, we have been learning about the HTML elements, and each and every HTML elements has what you call the characteristics. In our HTML language, those characteristics we called as an properties or an attributes, and each properties has some values. Now here one something like we have something called a paragraph, and the output will be displayed for this is W3 Schools is a web developer site. Now this is the output I am going to get. But whenever I click on that W3, or if I go to my mouse on that particular W3, I'll going to get a message called about W3 Schools. See here. Now this is going to print displayed on the web page, and whenever I keep my cursor on this particular word, I should get this particular about W3 score. Say here something like if I go to any of the button on the screen, you may get one something message. See here down, you can on my taskbar, if you see, if I put my cursor, I'll get command prompt. If I put on this, I'll get XAMPP. If I put on this, I'll get Logistic Web Camera software. Like this, I want the information. Whenever I go to this particular W3 web developer site message, I should get this particular message should be displayed on the screen. Okay. So what is missing over here? You have to tell me. Can any have the person have the guess? What we have to write here? See, I'll copy this. Suppose I will write here like this, and I'll remove this one first of all. If I write like this, now I got the output in this fashion. But what is my intention is that whenever I put the cursor on this, I should get the message. The message should be this one. The message should be like this. If I click on this, it will not going to get the answer. See here, I am getting, but whenever I click go on this, I should get the message. I am not getting this message. So something I have to write the attribute. So any guess what attribute I have to write? Already I thought this one. We have to write something called title. We have to write the title. Don't remember, one more time again I am repeating. If I write title and if I run this, I got the message. Whenever my cursor go on to this, see, I got the message about W3 school. So what is the answer for this? It is title. So the answer is correct. So we call that title, whatever we have written, it is called as a tooltip. We call that as a tooltip. So here also we can see whenever I'm going on this, I got the message, something like that. So the balloon like thing that is appearing on the screen, we call it as a tooltip. So in order to get a tooltip for the message, we are saying something called title. So if you say title attribute, then that is used for tooltip. Now, we have been come across something called image. So image, some image I required, width and height. Now what I have to write here? What I have to write here? So question is saying that set the size of image of 250 and 400. So what I have to write? So simply it is asking width and height. So the image size is of something. I want to fix the size to 250 and 400. So simply you can say image is a tag. Which image you want? w3school.jpg is the image name. For that I have to use the attribute called source src. So the image is bigger. If you think bigger, then I need to be some minimize the size by saying width and height. So here I want to set the height on width as 250, height as 400. Simply the value is missing. So I'm filling that particular value by saying 250 and 400 because if the question was asking that set the image size to wide as 250, tall as 400. So wide and tall is nothing but width and height. So tall is height, wide is width. So the value we have to fix it. So this is the value we are giving to that particular attribute. Are you following? So this already have been covered. One more time I am giving because there are one or two persons has been newcomers. After a long time they have been joining the classes. So for them I am repeating. Then we'll see something called A tag. Now what is this A tag? It's an hyperlink tag. See, whenever I'm clicking this, it is going to open a new page. When I'm clicking this, it is going to open a new page. So how it is happening? Now when I go to any website and if I click on any of the link, it is going to open that particular link. So how it is happening? Because it is happening through hyperlink tag. So what is that hyperlink tag we are using? We are using a tag called A. So A is the tag which is going to hyperlink or link that particular website. So the message is displayed on the screen as link this, but whenever I click on this particular word, it is going to open this website. So to open this website, I am missing some attribute. Now what is that missing attribute? It is href. It is href. That is hyperlink reference. So whenever I add the particular attribute, and we'll see the whether that will going to execute or not, I'll just type it here and I'll say href is equal to this one. So that was he has given missing one and we are trying to write that one. So here href is equal to that particular link. So now I'll run this and you can see I got the output. This is a link and you can see it is in a blue color. So you can see all the links will be maximum will find in a blue color and it will be underlined. And also one more thing, you can see my cursor is pointer. Whenever my pointer is go on to this, it will be turned to hand. And also down you can see there is this saying that http www.w3school.com, whether it is going to work or not. When I click on this, it should open the web page for me. Okay, so it is going to open a web page of that particular site. Okay, so this is going to open that particular site. So href. href is the hyperlink reference. In that you have to give the address to which you want to link. And for that we are using an anchor tag. What's the tag we are using? Anchor tag. A is for anchor tag. Then here again we are seeing the image. Already we have seen image. SRC we have seen. We have seen width and height. Then for the image, I need a tooltip. Like we have seen for the paragraph tooltip, for the image, what is the tag we have to use? Okay, for tooltip. So for the paragraph, we are using a attribute called title, but for the image, the attribute we are going to use something called ALT. It is alternate text. So if the image is there, for that I need the message to be displayed. So if the image is not available, this message will display. If the image is available, when my cursor go on that, this text will be displayed on the screen. So what is required? We had something called image tag to display the object. So for this we need an attribute called src. We require something called the image file name, where that is located, how much big and size you require. So for that we had something called, for wide we are using width, for tall we are using height. If the image is available, if we want some information about that particular image, so alternate text we need, so we use something called alt. So when the image is not displayed, I need this message to be displayed. So let's we try this and try to execute this. So here the image is not available here, so image has been displayed with some message. If the image is there, then this will not going to appear. Okay, so if the image is missing, I'll going to get the message. So it's an alternate text in case the image is missing. Okay. So source is for that particular location of the image. Width and height is for wide and tall. Alternate is for the message if the image is missing. So these are the about the attributes, right? Then we have been come across something called heading tags. So let's see the about the heading tags. So here some paragraph is there already. We have seen about the paragraph p tag. Now to this paragraph I need side headings. I need side headings. So he was asking that he wants to print a London on the screen, London on the screen with as a heading, a side heading to that. So if you want a side heading to this entire paragraph, what is the tag we have to write? We should display the heading tag as London. So here we have to think about what is the tags we are going to use for heading tags. So we have been explained about six types of heading tags. So if you know, you tell me. Otherwise, I'll be telling to you. Do you know how many types of heading tags are there? Can anyone? If you know, please put it in the chat box. How many types of heading tags are there? Zuara, Anwar, Umar. If you are available, please put it in the chat box. What is the heading tags we are going to use it? Yes, please. Are you available? Anwar, Umar, Abukar. No answer. Are you not available, ma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. How many tags are there?
Six, sir.
Huh?
Six.
Yeah. There are six heading tags. So we have to write something like this: H1, opening that, closing of my H1, and in between that we can write the London. Or I can write H2, closing of H2. Or I write H3 and H3. So like that, we have near about 6. So we'll see that one. So I say something like what he wants. He wants this paragraph. He wants this particular paragraph for which we need a heading. So simply if I write and write this, he will get the paragraph. So I got the paragraph like this. Now to this paragraph, I need side headings. So what is the side headings I can write? So I say H1. And he wants the heading as London. Now let's see. Now you can see I got the London as a heading. So for this, I am using the H1. So H1 is the bigger size one. So like that, how many sizes we have? H1 to H6 we have. So H2 if I say, I'll get a smaller size, little bit smaller size, see here. And if I go for H2, this much of size. H3 I can go with this H3, little bit smaller size. So like this, how many I have? Total 6 I have. So I'll be writing here all the 6 one more time for your clarity. So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So it is 1, this 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, all this has been already covered. So a little bit to our students, the new students has been joined today. So for them, I'm explaining one more time. So H2, H3, H3 is open, H3 is open, H3 is closed, H4 is open, H4 is closed, H5 is open, H5 is to be closed, H6 is open, H6 should be closed. Now you can see all different flavors. See, I got all different flavors of different sizes. See, these are all our headings. So you can use any one of that. So he wants the heading as a text as London for this paragraph. So what is the tag I'm using? I'm using H3 to H3, H4 to H4. Whichever the tag you want, you can submit it. Now, so the heading tags, what we have already seen, he was asking those things. So already have been explaining that one. So these are all of the six heading tags. Already we have been covered this one. Same thing is asking, you can write all the other things. So you want the hello as a size. So you want the message as hello. Close the lecture. Like this, he wants all the tags. So he was explaining about what are the other tags that are there. So already we have seen. So one more time we'll be writing so that it makes our practice better. So H2, 3. So first one is the largest one and last is the smallest one, which is H6. So it is H5. It is the last one. H2 is open, H2 is closed, H3 is open, H3 is to be closed, H4 is open, H4 is closed, H5 is open, H5 is to be closed, H6 is open, H6 has to be closed. So this is what he was asking. So same thing have been written. Now, now he was asking same thing. So what is missing? Now already we have seen about the exercises about the heading tags. Now you have to tell me the answer for this. So he wants this message to be bigger tag, that is Universal Studio Presents. This should be heading tag. Jurassic Park to be another heading park, that is smallest one, and about it should be third important heading point, and last one should be some paragraph. So what are the tags I have to write? Can anyone tell me what I have to write for the first one? What are the right for second, third, and fourth? If you know, give me the answer, or you can post it in the chat box. Can anyone tell me the answer? Anwar, Omar, Zuara, Aishwarya. Please tell, post the answers, or you can tell me in through your voice also. So what is the missing over here? You have to tell me. So Universal Studio Presents. This should become largest heading. Jurassic Park should be the second heading, and this should be the third heading, and this should be paragraph. So what I have to write here? What are the tags I have to write here? Yes, please give me the
First one
answers,
is
ma.
our H1.
First one is what?
H1, heading 1.
Heading one. Okay. So I'll be writing H1. Okay. And here H1
Yeah.
should be closed.
Okay.
What was about the next one?
Next one,
It should be the
H2.
next most important one. So it should be H2. Okay, very good. I'll be saying it should be H2. Then
Should be H6, the smallest.
Okay, right. So H3 and H3. What about the next one?
Its paragraph uses B. C.
What is the tag for the paragraph?
C for center.
What letter I have to use? For
C
paragraph,
for
which
pen.
letter I have to use?
C
Which letter I have
for
to use?
pen.
P.
C star. Yes.
For paragraph, we have to use the P tag. Now let's see whether our answer is correct. So it's saying it's wrong. So we'll see what will be the answer. Yeah, we have written correctly, no?
But sir, in saying the smallest is H6, right? The last one,
Yeah, the answer
the
is
last, yeah, we
last
wrote
one. I
the
have
H.
not closed the paragraph. That's why it was wrong. See here, I have not closed the paragraph. That's why it is showing wrong for me. I have not written closing tag. I have written the opening tag on. That's why it was wrong. Now it will be correct. I have not closed the tag. That's why it's giving wrong answer. Okay. Now I want to display the message "Hello World" with using paragraph. So what I have to write here?
You have to open a paragraph C.
Yeah, opening of P, right? Then I have to write something called "Hello World."
Then you have to put
Then closing of paragraph. Very good.
paragraph.
Very good. Very good. Now you tell me what is missing here.
Closing of the heading.
Yeah, closing of H1 tag. Yeah, closing of
Closing of
paragraph tag.
paragraph C.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Now I want one line between this. So we call that line as an horizontal rule. So between the London and the paragraph, I need one line. So we call that as a horizontal rule. So what is the tag we have to use for that? So we have to use something
OD.
called HR tag.
It adds
HR means horizontal rule.
horizontal.
Okay. So how I'll going to get that? So here I'll be writing that one so that we'll see the output also. What I need, I need a one line. So I'll be saying HR tag. Now we'll see whether line will going to come. As you can see here, one line I got. So in order to get this line, what I'm using here, I'm using an HR tag. So that answer was correct. Yeah. Now here, the message is coming in this fashion, but here I want these two lines. That is, the paragraph is there, but this paragraph should be broken into two lines. So what is the tag I have to use for this to break the paragraph? See here, I have a big paragraph. I want to break this one. So here what I have to write so that I'll going to get a new line. So for that the name itself is saying break. So you can see BR. What is the tag you have to write? BR. So let's see whether it will going to break this line or not. See here, it has been break this into two lines. So what is the tag you have to write? You have to write the tag called BR tag. So BR is that it is going to break the line. So already all this has been covered, but we will going to test our mind so that how far we've been thorough with our subject. So you can see it's correct. Now here you can see I have written the some poem like this. So my boy lies over the sea, my boy lies over the sea. It's an ocean and bring back so and so. So this has been tags all spaces and line breaks when elements is displayed. So I want this to be wrap this poem that will be preserve all my spaces line breaks. Then what is happening here? Now these lines are there. See, he has been written in the two lines. Here he has been written two breaks. Like this he has written. So as it is, I want this one. If I write this one in a normal paragraph, suppose I have written like this, same thing I'll be typing over here. It's not a paragraph, ma. So this is like I want the output. If I want like this an output, if I say paragraph, opening of paragraph and closing of paragraph, opening closing of paragraph, then if I enter and see the output, what happens? It will put all in a single line. See, it is putting all in a single line, but it's not a paragraph. It's a poem or a poet the person has been written in which he wants like this only. He wants everything should be break. So if you want here, if you want break BR, you can write BR, you can write BR. But here if you see there is a space. Here if you see there is a space. Here also you can find a space. Like this exactly I want to preserve this as it is should be displayed on the screen. So what is the tag I can write so that it will going to preserve all my spaces and line break. Suppose these are the spaces. So small space is there. See, I have been highlighted, which has been showing on your screen with blue color. And line breaks. That is, it has been getting two lines. So here from here to here, you are getting two lines. See, this much of gap is coming. So what is the tag we have to write, which is going to preserve all our things. So as it is, I want. So the poem should be displayed on this. So for this, I'll be writing something called PRE. So which is going to preserve our things. So we call this as a preserved things. So opening of pre and closing of pre. Now when I do this, I'm going to get the exact answer. So now whatever you have seen here, the output, everything is coming in the new line or in all in the single line. So for that, what I have to write, I have to use something called pre tag. Opening of pre tag, closing of pre tag. Now let's see the output. Now whatever the things you got, the same thing will be seeing on the screen. Now you can see whether my poem is coming in this fashion. Yes, I got the spaces. I got the blind breaks. So in order to get this, what is the tag I'm using? I'm using the tag called pre tag. So according to that, so the answer is pre tag. Any doubt ma up to this? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Are you following ma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Shall we continue like this? So that if you miss anything also, all will be covered in this session. Now, let's we go for something called styles. Now, I want this message in blue color. So the question is, I want this message to be in a blue color. So whatever the poem you have written here, I want this in a blue color. Or this message, this line should be in a blue color, something like that. So this should be in a blue color. So what I have to write? I have to write the style attribute. So when I want style with blue color, I have to use the attribute called style. Now when I'm writing this becomes the inline style sheet. So we have three different types of style sheet already we have covered. One more time I'm telling. We have three different types of styles. Inline style sheet, internal style sheet, and external style sheet. Okay, we call as an inline style sheet or also named as embedded style sheet. Second is internal style sheet. Third is an external style sheet. So he wants that a color to the particular text. So when I'm talking about the different types of styles, as I told you, inline style sheet, internal style sheet, external style sheets are there. So I have given the example. If you want to make a nail polish, so you are the body, entire body is there. I want to make the nail polish. So where I have to apply the polish naturally to the nails. So I want the nail polish blue color. So we call that as a nature style. So inline style. So it is applied to the body of that particular finger. So like that I want this message should be blue color. So here I'm using that missing one, so it is missing. So I'm using something called style. Then he wants the color, so he can say simple color, and the color should be give the value as blue. So I have to write like this: a color colon, and you can say blue. Now let me see whether this is going to come. Then we'll see whether our answer submitted is correct or not. So I'll be typing here, and we'll see whether this is going to come or not. Now let's see this. We'll check whether our answer has got blue color. Let's see. This is a paragraph which I got a blue color, and we'll see whether our answer is correct. So we can see the answer is correct for us. So what we have written? It's an inline style. So topic has came over here. So we are talking about this. So if you write the style as an attribute for the particular tag, we call this as an inline style. Suppose if I want this to be a internal. So what I'll do, I go to my top of the screen and I'll be using something called style tag. So you have to remember this one. So when I'm writing style tag in this fashion, now this becomes the internal style sheet. That is, you are going to apply to your entire body. You'll make your hairstyle, you'll be putting lipstick, your eyebrows, you are trying to have earrings, all this wearing of glasses, all these things. So from top to bottom you want to make it. So then that is called as an internal style sheet. So what I'll do, you find this H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, 6 is there. No? So for all this I need some color. So what I'll do, I'll say H1, comma, H2, comma, H3, one color. So here I'll say color red, I'll say. So for this I'll do like this. And for H3, H4, H5, H6, I need some other color. So I'll say this color should be something called uh, green color, something like this. Then I close this one. Now see, here I am writing internal style sheet like this. Now in my program, wherever I find H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, it will going to get the color. Maybe it has been repeated 100 times. Okay. Now we'll run this and we'll see where we're going to get the green color and red color. So here I got red color, green color, green color. Like this you can see. So like this I got it. See? Now, what is the advantage of style which we are writing internal and then inline? Inline, if I want, what happens? I have to go for each and everything I have to write. Now, suppose as I told, I want nail polish to my fingers. So for hands, I'll be adding. For my leg, for this legs also, I want finger paint. Then I have to apply for the paint. If I want a lipstick, I have to apply for the lipstick. So if I want the ears, eyebrows, so for each and every part, I have to do it. That is inline style sheet. So wherever you want. Now suppose if it is like this, I have to copy this. I have to go for this. Sorry, I have to write copy this. And if I want for the pre tag, I have to write like this. So if it is for any other thing, I have to write for each and every. Suppose if I want for this, if I want for this paragraph, then I'll be saying go to this particular paragraph, write like this. So when I'm writing like this, for every tag I have to search, I have to apply. For every tag I have to search for the paragraph, I have to apply the style. So it is a very tedious job for me to do this kind of work. So if I miss anything, then I may miss that particular text also. I may forgot that particular. So see, everything has been got blue color, but this was a tedious job. If I taken care, then only I will get the proper result. If I forgot, then that paragraph will be highlighted with some other color. So if I not to do that, if I want to avoid that particular thing, then instead of going for inline, I'll go for the external internal style sheet. So that is the advantage over the inline to internal. So internal will going to apply for the entire page. So remember that from top to bottom I want to be colorized. I want to get a style, then I have to use the tag called style tag. If I want to apply only for the small l- part of the page, small part of the page or the small portion of the page, we are going to use style attribute. Style attribute, when it is coming, then it is, you have to remember that it's an embedded style sheet or inline style sheet, which is going to capture only that portion with some style. So just I have taken the example of color, I'm just giving the color for that particular part. If you want for a one page, I'll, like suppose if I want for 100 pages, 200 pages, 1000 pages, then I go for an external style sheet. Inline means for, remember, attribute. It's like for fingering, nail polishing to your fingers. So we have to use style attribute. If you want from top to bottom colors, then I have to go for style tag. Suppose if you want to dress up, not only you, in your entire family, you want to have the some wedding occasion is there in your home, so you want to be from top to bottom, all of you to be with fashion. You want style and you should look good. Then you should have to get ready. So for all of you have to make up means then I have to go for an external style sheet. For that we have to call other person. So for one person, if I want to nail polish, I can do from top to bottom. I can do for myself or I can take one person help. But if for the entire family or the any occasion is there in my family, then I have to, I one person cannot do the everything, makeup and all things. So what I'll do, I'll hire the person and I'll call the beautician. He will going to decorate the many of the persons, because all of a sudden we have to get ready means going outside, not a time for to sit over there, maybe the person is busy or like that. So to some circumstances we cannot go outside, so we will call the person and we'll say that these are the people are there, you have to make up everyone. So if you want to apply the style for all the pages, so that entire website, then I have to write the external styles. So for that we have to write a separate notepad, then we have to write .css file, then that file has to be linked to all the pages, then it is going to apply for the all the pages. So if it is for all the pages, external style sheet. For single page, internal style sheet. Portion of the page is an inline style sheet. So these are the different styles which have been covered. Any doubt up to this? Okay, now we'll see the second one. Now he wants the font. Now you see, I have the color. I said color is the one at value C. Now he wants the font. So I want some paragraph font. So here you can say style is equal to font, and I'll say it can be a font family because he needs something called Fourier. So this is the style of the color name or text name. Times New Roman, Garment, okay, well Victor. Like that, we have different kinds of styles for the text, which is going to give me the text of my style, different angles. So he wants the style of my text should be Courier. So what is the tag is missing? So it is missing something called font family. Okay, so let's see this one. So I'm going to get some style of this. My text will be of different style. So you can see the output of this. So this is the difference. So you see above text is different from down text. So what I have to write? I have to use something called font family. So if I use the font family, then I'll going to get, so style is an inline style sheet, style, font family, and the name of the family. Arial, Times New Roman, Garment, Velveta, MS Text, or something like. So whichever the different kinds of fonts that are available, you can get all the things. Okay. So we'll see whether this is correct. So it's saying correct. Now he wants the text to be in the center. So we are learning slowly one by one the values. So style. Now I want the text in the center. So what is this? I want left side, right side, top, bottom, okay, middle. So like this we have the text to be displayed on the page. So how are we going to do this? So if you want center, if you want left, if you want right, if you want top, if you want bottom, if you want middle, now all these are what? Arranging of your text. So you are calling that as an arranging. So aligning. So proper way you are putting. So in order to put a text in a proper way, you have to align that. So what is the tag we are going to use for that? We are using something called tag called align. So let's see. This text should be come in the center. So we have to say text align because you have to use the word called text align. How you the text you want should be text. So it's a message, is a text. So we have to use the text align. Okay. Now we'll see this one whether it is going to come in the center or not. So we'll see this one in center. I'll be using the word called text align and I'll run this and see whether the output is going to come or not. So you can see the text has been coming in the center. So if I say left, I'm going to get left side. If I say right, I'm going to get the right side. In whichever the way you want, you can use it. I'm using this as a right side. So already you have seen the left side and I want right side. So I'll be using this one and I'm going to get the text in the right side. So it is right. So you can see the text right side. So I got the right side. So what I have to do like this? So I have to use something called aligning. So how you want to align? Text to left side, text to right side means text align. Now I'll see, I'll get the correct one. Now I want the size. So already we have seen the heading size H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Now more than bigger size you want. If you want very bigger size of the text, say he was saying 50 pixels. So how I'll going to get? So I'll be saying this as a text size. I'll be using text size. So we'll see this also because in sizes also we have different flavors. So it's saying it's wrong. So we'll see what is the answer for this. It's a font size. Okay. So let's it should see the it's a font size. So we go for this because sometime because lot of languages I'm learning, so sometime I make it also wrong. It's a font size because related to font no. The size of the text no, it is font size. So in the font size, I'll tell you the different things. So just you note it down if you don't know this because already I have told this one. I'm using different sizes of this. Now, here I'm using the word called pixel. Now here I'll be using something called IN, that is inches. I'll be using something called millimeter. I'll be using something called centimeter. I'll be using this as something called uh, emphasize mode or bigger than that. See here, font size is one thing, and also you can see how much you want. And if you want, there is one more also is there. I forgot it to write that one. That is one more is point. See, all are 50 only, but you can see here the size of this is different. So pixel I am saying, inches I am saying, millimeters, centimeters, and pt I am saying. I will see how it looks. So coming down to this, you can see all the bigger size is coming. Yeah, see This is one size, 50 pixel. Then we'll see the inches, how much big the text is coming. So the text somewhere it is been coming on the screen, very bigger size. So what I'll do, instead of 50, okay, let it be. See, this much of big text is coming. It is covering the entire screen. Afterwards, I'll make it a little bit smaller one. So this is one we have seen. See, each and every text is, because it's covering the entire screen. So this much of bigger size we are getting. It is 50 inches. See, this is centimeters, meters, points. They all are being coming over here. So what I'll do, instead of this bigger size, I'll make it 5 inches, 5 millimeters, 5 centimeters, 5 em, and 5 point element. Okay. First one is 50 pixel. Let it be. And then we'll see. Yeah. So we got something little bit. So you can see this is 50 pixel ma, and you can see this is 5 inches. So this is 5 inches. And if you see this is 5 mm, then we have 5 centimeter. This is 5 em, and you can see this is 5 point, small thing. So point. So like this, we have different font sizes. So H1 to H6 are the side headings. Then if you want the bigger text to be displayed on the screen, then we'll be using the style called font style. That is, style is equal to font size. Then size is left to you. So sometimes you can use pixels, inches, centimeters, points, whichever you are flexible, how you want to display on the screen. So we are going to use a style as an attribute or a style as a tag. Then we are going to write all this stuff. Okay. So it is font. Now I want the style to my body. Okay. So I want to fill my background with color. So already we know that style is there. I want to be get a background color. So I'll be saying background, say color. So I want to fill my entire screen with color. What I'll do, I'll be going over here. I'll remove this all program so that you can write the program in this fashion. So I want color. So he wants the background color to be filled with yellow. So what is missing? It is missing something called background hyphen color. So this is how you are going to write it. Then we'll see whether my paragraph is filled with background. See, I got that. So I'm simultaneously showing the output. We are writing the code, and also we are practicing the exercise. Okay. So we'll see the answer. What's the correct? Now, what he wants, message is there. Everything should come in the center. So already we have seen how you going to get the text in a center. So we have to write something called style, that is compulsory. Then I'll be saying text align center. Already we have seen, so the same thing he was asking. This should be come in the center. So style is missing and this particular thing is missing. So we'll see how far it is correct. So it's correct, it is showing. So let's see that also. So what I'll do, Already have got the paragraph as a color as a background. For this also continuation, I want what I'll do. I'll say text align and I'll say center. See how I'm using this one. So previously you have seen only in one style I have written only one value, but here you can see I'm writing color also, I'm writing the style also, I'm writing the text also to be next new that one. And if you want the font size also I want. So in order to have different values, I'm separating everything with the semicolon. See here, see one I need color, I need the text to be center and bigger size I want. So I'll say font size I need. Then here I'll be saying it is 50 pixel. I'll say. Then I want font family also. See whatever I learn till now we learn all I'm putting in a single paragraph. So I'll be saying font family as garment. So color I'm making, align also making, font size also, font family also. Now we'll see all together in single program. See color, font size, center, garment. See, so not only in single line I'm writing, I'm adding in the different values, but I'm getting all different values also. Okay, so this is what you have. So till now, any doubt, ma? Zuara, any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
Anwar, Omar, Ashwin. I think only one person since 1 hour you are only replying. Okay, very good. So participation is very important. So whether 100 students are there, made in that one students will get interested. They'll so that is the success of myself. Okay, so at least one should be become the web programmer. See, lot of business you can do. You can learn lot of things. You can earn by sitting at your home. So such kind of things, if we get in future also the pandemic period, if you at our home also, we should able to earn. That is what my intention. And our course also, the computer program also have such kind of features. Advantages of our syllabus also is like that only. So we can learn many things in our curriculum. So one technology we are learning is web paging, web page design. Okay. So this is what the things. So we have seen about the styles. Then we'll see something about the formatting. So formatting the text. So I have some message. I needs the extra importance to this word. So this text should be something little bit darker or smaller or strong, something like. So I need some importance to this particular text. So what I'll be writing this to? So I'll be writing maybe anything. So I'm just trying this. I want this importance. So I'll be saying this should be little bit strong. I want to make this as a strong text. So it will be highlighted. So he wants this text to be highlighted. We'll see whether this is correct or not. Yeah, it's taking correct one. So in between any text, I want this text to be highlighted. So what I'll do, I will go for this and I'll write this to be say strong. So more bold, I'll be going to thicker. I want the text. So thicker, I'll go for this. So my text will be little bit thicker compared to this. Though we are using headings, so for that this will not going to come. So if it is a paragraph, it is going to come. So I'll get this. For this, I'll make it this. So I'll say this as a strong. Strong is the word which is going to make your text little bit highlight. And we'll see this one. See here, this is with little bit highlighted. So what this is what we call formatting, like underline, bold, italic, strong. All these are comes under that one. So he wants this message to be little bit bigger. Only this letter should be get bigger one. All this should be one thing and this should be bigger one. So we call that as an emphasize mode. So in order to get the emphasize mode, simply we'll say EM and close the EM. So M we call that as an emphasize mode. So little bit thicker, not only thicker, it is going to get a bigger size. So if you want a bigger size, so already we have seen pixel, point, cm, em, mm, and we have seen, no? So em we are seen in that. So emphasize more, that is. So you want a bigger size. The text will be bigger. Already we have seen this one. So if you want that one, you can check it one more time. So I'll make this as in for you. The output of this. I will see whether that will going to work or not. Go to this and I paste it over here, and I want this should be bigger size. So here I'll be saying emphasize mode, and we'll see whether that will going to come bigger size. See here, I got my text in this particular format. So a little bit slanting highlighted one. So we call that as an emphasis. Then I want to text to be highlighted. The text should be highlighted. So these are all are comes under formatting now. So how you going to get the text to be highlighted? So I think I have no idea about this. So we call that as a mark. Okay. So we'll see this one whether it is highlighted or not. So mark I am been listening now only. We'll see this one how it is going to highlight. So okay, right, very good. So because of this, I learned today one more important one. So it has been highlighted with yellow color. So the text which you want to highlight, we are going to use the tag called mark. So I too don't know. So this has made me to learn one extra tag for me today, so that in future I may explain. Now this I have been not taught to you because I too don't know about this, and I've been never come across this particular concept. So the question has been got like how you going to highlight this. So the text if you want to highlight with yellow color in this fashion, I'm going to get this. So can we change this color? So it is by default it's an yellow color. Let we can we change this with color? So we know already about the style. So can we able to do this? So I'll be saying this color should be uh, something called red. Let's see. Yeah, color is coming. Can we do this for background also? Yes. So we have been able to change that mark color also more. So this has made us to learn one more thing. So that is by default. If you want to change the color also, we can do it. This I already I know, and already I have been explained to you by changing the background of the things. But marking is the first thing we have been learned. So if you want to mark the text with yellow color as an highlighter, so to highlight the text, we are using the tag called mark. Okay, right. So these are all comes under the formatting tag. So we'll write this one as a mark. We already come across this. So mark is the one which is going to know closing of mark tag. The next we'll see the another one. Now I want to apply the subscript, like I want to go for some formula to be come down. So I need subscript and superscript. So I have something called water. So the water is being given as the formula H2O, and I want to something called A square plus B square plus B square plus 2AB is equal to A plus B whole square. Now this I want to display in a formula. Now suppose if I do like this, normally it will be displayed in this fashion only. But I want this to not like this. I should be look like a formula. So 2 should come down and this should 2 should come up. So it should go up and 2 should come down for the water. So wherever we want to come down, I'll be saying it should be subscript. So I'll be saying subscript. When I say subscript, it will come down. So it is SUB for subscript. And if you want to send up, I have to use superscript. So subscript and superscript are these are the two formatting tags. It is going to send the text below and up. So wherever you require, there only you apply that particular tag. Now we'll see whether it is success or not. Yes. See now STO. Now it's look like a perfect formula. So in order to get this, what is the tag we are using? Subscript and superscript. So here is asking about to send this as a subscript. So you can say it is sub and closing of subscript. Now he want to strike the text. So you have seen the highlighted one. You want to strike the text. So I'll be using something called strike. Add the line to strike out the text. So actually we are using something called strike. So I know it is a strike, but we have been getting a new one. So we call that as a del. So del open and del close. So it is going to delete the text. That means I'm going to get strike one. You can see the text will be blue text has been have been striked with line. So for that we are using the tag called del tag. So these are all are comes under the formatting tags. Any doubt ma up to this? So lot we have covered today. So we'll see the same thing in the tomorrow's class continuation of this. Okay. Zivara, any doubt ma? So can you post
No,
all of
sir.
you the attendance? Yeah, those who are came just now, please send me the attendance in the WhatsApp group, ma. Start chat box.
Yes.
Anwar, please send me your attendance, ma. Do you know this Anwar, ma? Attendance number, hall ticket number?
No, sir.
Is this person is available because since long time is coming, but no reply from your side.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you, sir.
thank you. You can leave, ma.